These are fire.
The fajita ones I can actually eat.
Yeah, those aren't terrible.
The other ones that the kids eat, I cannot eat those.
No.
I'm South Dakota born and raised. Like ketchup.
You sweat just looking at them.
Ketchup spicy.
Yeah.
Barbecue sauce is out of the question. No, I'm just
You
kidding.
don't like barbecue sauce?
I love barbecue sauce.
Yes.
No, it's just... Welcome to North Wright County Today, the podcast. I am your host, Mike Schomer, founder, editor. Down on the end over there is the president of the local market here at Deerwood Bank, Nick Schultz.
Yes. The Deerwood Bank.
The Deerwood Bank, the Ohio State University. And in the middle, we have a guest today, which is great. We have DFL-endorsed candidate, enunciate, my mom always said, candidate for Senate District 30, Leah Temple. Welcome.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Cool. So we kind of talked about earlier this spring featuring some of our local candidates on the podcast, and we sat down remotely with Doug Chapin, who is now the DFL-endorsed or Democratic-endorsed.
That was the day I had to relearn how to use Zoom. I've been a Teams guy here for the last 2 years and arrived at that one.
Yeah,
late.
we're all over the board with the school district. We have no allegiance to anybody, so we've got some of the software I use is through my other position, and we have Zoom, we have Teams, we have Google Meet, we have all of it. I think probably my favorite is Google Meet. I think some of the backgrounds and stuff you can do is cool. Do your Zoom meeting on February 3rd. It looks like you're in Cabo San Lucas somewhere.
That's great.
Snow in the background.
I did, when Top Gun Maverick came out, I did download the F-14 cockpit background, so I was
Did you do that with your daughter? Like when you guys would Zoom or something like that?
No, I tried it at work.
I'm sorry if I'm breaking up, Elle. It's really bumpy in here.
I did it at work, and it was well received for about 2 minutes, and then I had to turn it off.
All right, so this is the podcast. This is kind of what we do.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
So welcome. Like I said, we want to get to know you, and I think that's kind of the main thing that we do. We'll dive into a little bit of the issues and things like that, but more than anything, we want to meet you as a candidate and what got you here. So what got you here?
What got me here? Well, I have lived in Elk River, actually. I know we're currently in Albertville, but for about 3 years, my husband got a job in Maple Grove, and we moved up here. Before that, we were down in Rochester for about 5 years after college. We both went to UW Stout, and I worked for IBM down there after we graduated.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
So, what's been your impression of the area? I mean, you haven't been here that long, so
I haven't. I really love it. We picked Elk River because it has that small town feel, but we're right next to everything.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there were 3 targets within 20 minutes.
Yeah, that helps.
I mean, let's get to the important things here.
Yeah.
I mean, I never had that.
Where are the car washes and where are the targets?
Yeah. Well, and speaking of which, in Elk River, best pizza place. Careful how you answer.
I don't know.
I'm a Pompeii pizza guy.
He's a Pompeii guy.
Yeah, I'm a Pompeii guy.
Yeah. I honestly, for as close as I work to it, I do not, and I used to work even closer because I used to work out of the Hankey building. Now I'm in the district office, which is located next to Coburn's off 169 there. I don't get there nearly as often as I should.
Yeah.
They do have good wood-fired pizza.
Absolutely.
The only thing that I wish they had was a beer, Like if I could have a beer with my wood-fired pizza.
Yes.
I mean, not on the job, of course.
No. I always go in with the intention to eat half of my pizza and save the other half for dinner. And no, it's just going to go down.
Yeah. See, these are the issues people want to know.
Yes.
What pizza place do I like?
I tell you what.
If you have 2 kids, you have a husband and 2 kids. If the kids want pizza, where do you guys order from?
Usually Usually Domino's.
You just go
quick and easy.
Go with the app and pop on Domino's. There you go. So what drew you to politics? Like, you're into computers. You do this, the tech support and all the stuff that you do for IBM. Politics seems like a stone's throw from that.
Yeah. So I've been asked this question a lot lately.
Mm-hmm.
And there are a lot of layers, right? So I think back to Roe v. Wade. I was about 6 months pregnant with my daughter.
Sure.
And that, I think, is what first really caught my attention. And after she was born is when I started getting my feet wet as a doula. And I've been doing that ever since. I love supporting births. I do fertility work. I do menstrual health education. And then when ICE was here, I got involved in mutual aid, supporting women and some of those communities.
Sure.
And
particularly probably women of color, women and minority women, things like that, people who were probably uncomfortable leaving their house.
And it was more remotely, like we got questions in about what do we do in this situation, and I was there to answer.
Yeah.
Sure.
And then I went to caucus, and Melissa, who's actually my treasurer now,
Sure.
was like, you should run. And I said, okay, I'm dragging you with me, but let's do it.
There you go.
So,
Yeah.
And
was
full
really
disclosure,
on my-
you dragged my wife into the picture.
yeah, that
so.
too.
Yeah.
Although
Yeah.
I don't think you had to drag her very, very
Yeah.
far. She was.
Yeah,
she was-
it's an interesting answer because like I've been involved in like appointed positions like for the Economic Development Authority at the city or finance advisory at the school, and I've always enjoyed that because I feel like I'm assisting the community, but I haven't had to put myself out there as like an elected official. Like I feel like in an appointed position, I could still tell somebody they're crazy if if they're crazy. Whereas as an elected official, that's your constituent. You got to have dialogue, right?
Sure.
Yeah. So no, it's an interesting listen to hear you talk about kind of what drove you that direction.
The thing that caught me was the symbiotic relationship of women's rights and that, but also caring about fertility and birth and being so close to it the way that you are. Tell me a little bit about being a doula. I mean, you kind of touched on it. You've really gotten into it.
I have.
I've been at meetings where you're like, I'm on call. I got somebody who's gonna, crown here in 20 minutes.
Oh goodness.
I might be exaggerating. But,
Yeah, you're exaggerating.
But I mean, it's really cool.
Yeah.
And it's one of those, midwifery, doulas, things like that. I didn't have any experience with that. I have 3 kids. All 3 were born in hospital. 2 were NICU. So I have all respect in the world for NICU nurses. They're angels on earth. But the midwifery doula thing intrigued me.
Yeah, so I mean, it starts long before a baby's born. Like I'm supporting couples or single parents the entire pregnancy, answering their questions, giving them research, helping them understand what's normal, when do I call the doctor, those kinds of things. And then there's an on-call period where if something happens, they call me, and when we negotiate's a bad word, but we talk about when do you go in, how long can you labor at home, all of those things. Yeah. And then I eventually joined them. I actually do mostly hospital births, though.
Cool.
We do have a lot of birth centers and home births happening around the Twin Cities. And then I'm there. I help them navigate decision making while in labor, which is hard because you're in labor, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Probably not the clearest of mind.
Yeah, it's
right.
an intense experience. Yeah.
And then, I mean, my goal is always healthy mom, healthy baby, but also that they I empowered to make those decisions along the way.
Okay, I'm going to segue a little bit because can we talk about the birth plan and how the birth plan just needs to kind of go away? Like,
I was the guy that showed up with the stopwatch. I'm going to get these contractions right. Yeah. I paid attention in those classes, and I knew everything that was going on during the birth. And then they handed me a kid, and I was like, oh.
Oh, yeah.
What do I do with this part?
This is part of it, too. Yeah.
I may or may not have rung the bell and said, my baby's crying, and I don't know why.
There are postpartum doulas too now that come into the home afterward to provide some of that extra support, which I think is
that's
amazing.
awesome because there is just that factor where you get home and the kid goes down for a nap and you're looking around and you're like, okay, how do we not break this thing for a year?
Yeah. That drive home was like this.
Yeah, I've never driven slower. Sorry, Mom. All right, back to the task at hand. You're running for Senate District 30.
Yes.
Huge district, one of the largest in the state. Population-wise, it's up there. Growth-wise, it's up there. Mm-hmm. What are the issues you see people, kind of focusing on now that you've kind of been doing this for a couple of months? You were endorsed in March, obviously. You talk about the caucus, that was back in February. Here we are, post Memorial Day weekend. It feels like things are probably going to hit their stride now.
Yeah. We've kind of categorized issues into 3 places, right? So what do we as people sitting down at we're calling them kitchen table issues, what do we care about in our immediate families? Accessibility and affordability of healthcare, children's education, the economy. Can we put food on the table?
Right.
And then
you're sitting at the kitchen table. It'd be great if there was a meal there.
Right, exactly. Yeah. But yeah, I could diverge into how food is such a community builder, but
sure.
I digress. And then community level issues. So how are we supporting our businesses, farms, etc. And then what about our natural resources? So the future of our land, our water, what we're handing down to the next generation. And honestly, it depends on who you're talking to, but usually at least one of those things comes up.
Sure.
When you're talking. I think it was last week we were talking to someone, and it was literally health insurance, education, natural resources in that order that came out. And I'm like,
you were like, have you seen my website?
You took the words out of my mouth. And I think those across the board, right? There's a lot of talk about education, especially up in Elk River. We're in ISD 728. I'm not going to go. Am I allowed to go there? Not going to go there.
You're allowed to go there.
And it's everywhere.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter where you go. Education's a hot topic. And then I think there's this piece we don't hear necessarily from people when we're knocking doors, but fraud is a big topic.
A little bit,
nonpartisan.
Yeah.
And just funding programs. How are we going to do that? How do we make sure when we're funding programs that we don't have fraud, and making sure we have that oversight going forward. So.
Yeah, it's interesting working at a bank and knowing the level of oversight we're expected to provide relative to understanding or fraudulent transactions happening or safeguarding our customers for fraud. And it would be lovely if the people that told us to do that are also holding themselves to the same standard.
Yeah. I mean, working
do as I say, not as I do kind of thing.
Yeah. It's,
working in...
That's Regulation 101 is hey, do this thing. I'm not going to tell you how to do it. And I'm probably not going to do it myself.
We're not going to give you any money to do it.
Yeah.
To fund the process, you have to do it.
Yeah. They did finally ban the crypto kiosks in Walmarts. Because I
did notice all of those.
We had about 1 billion pages of anti-money laundering things we had to do, but put $500 in the machine and you can get crypto and send it anywhere. Where'd you get it from? Selling drugs, trafficking humans? Yeah, nobody knows.
Nobody knows.
Yeah. Working in tech, I have a big background in data security. right? Because we have lots of customers that are coming through. What are we doing with their data?
Sure.
To me, fraud is similar, right? How are you managing it? How are you keeping the money secure? How are you tracking where it's going?
All right. It's summer. Like I said, we're kind of getting on I mean, it's not. It maybe officially starts tomorrow night.
Yeah, certainly for my son. Yeah, he is. I will not see him before noon.
No, and then next week I get to do all of mine. But I say I'm perpetually in high school. I get to graduate every year.
There you go.
Yeah, but the campaigns kind of start in full throat now. The session is done.
Yep.
So the incumbents are out. Campaigning again and not focusing on, putting legislation together at 11:45 at night the day before the session ends. And yes, that's meant to be critical. On behalf of every Minnesotan everywhere, can we find a different way to do this? Anyway, what are you looking forward to most? I mean, you're going to be, I'm assuming you're going to be at some of the festivals and stuff like that. You're going to be out knocking on doors. You're going to be grilling burgers. You're going to be doing stuff. Like, what are you looking forward to most out of all of it, out of the experience? I mean, you just remember, you signed up for it.
I did. I love the people.
Yeah.
I mean, I've spent the last 3 months meeting people everywhere. Not necessarily at my own events yet, but I'm excited to kick those off this summer.
Yeah.
But just going to other people's events, other organizations, things like that. And I just love talking to people.
Yeah.
Meeting people, new perspectives, and just building community, I think.
I think, one of the things that summer around here kind of means is events. There's just, whether it's, car shows or farmers markets with music or parades or what have you. You going to be out at those?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Good deal. You got anything?
No.
I think, what's cool is, and you could probably trace this back to the caucus where somebody is just looking around and be like, you should run. Like, there's a lot of energy and a lot of, for lack of a better term, newness this election cycle, I feel like. Are you seeing that? I mean, obviously see one side of that, but I feel like as a community, there's lots of people getting involved in lots of places that they probably were a little complacent before and said, well, somebody else will take care of that.
Yeah. I see that everywhere.
Yeah? Very cool.
Yeah.
All right, where can we see you next? What's coming up? Keep in mind, this will probably post sometime next, in a few days. Not. So if it's tomorrow, we can't really say that. But we could probably say like Friendly City Days. I'm going to guess you're going to be.
Yes.
Awesome.
Parade
That's
for
a big
sure.
one.
Parade for sure. Yes.
I am a little heartbroken.
Uh-oh.
My son's college orientation is the Friday of Friendly City Days.
Ooh.
I think I will be back by Saturday evening, though. So make room at the stage for me.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. I don't have the prime access to the parade that I used to have.
That was great.
Mike
lived like, what would you say? That was 100 feet?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe 200.
Yeah.
Literally on 54th and Main.
Yeah.
You'll see kind of on our website, which we'll talk about that in a little bit. The address has always been, where is North Wright County today located? 5400 Main.
Yeah.
That's just kind of where I always used to be.
Yeah.
But, not at that location anymore. But we used to just throw down chairs and be able to do that at, midnight the night before and walk over and everybody would be like, you going to be at your house? Can I park in your yard?
Yes. What time does the Bloody Mary bar start?
Exactly. Yeah, it was a tradition, a Friendly City Days tradition there for a while. And of course, there's the story that I've told on the podcast where our friend Sandy Greniger, her husband was the Grand Marshal of the parade.
That's right.
And I was able to run a Coors Light out to him.
Yes.
In his car.
Yeah. Which he happily received.
Absolutely. He said it was the best part of the whole parade.
Yeah.
Rest in peace, Chuck. So, yeah. All right. Well, thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah, absolutely.
And is there anything you wanted to touch on that we didn't hit? We'll see you at Friendly City Days. What else is coming up? We touched on that.
Well, we'll be out door knocking this weekend.
Mm-hmm.
No,
Awesome.
The 7th.
Okay.
Yeah, I think if you're seeing this and you want to get involved, just let me know. There are lots of ways to get involved. Talking to people, not talking to people. I mean,
where's the website? Where can they find you?
LeahTemple.com.
That's pretty simple.
Yeah.
And all the info's there. You want to volunteer, you can do it there. You want to donate, you can do it there.
Yep.
Find out Leah's issues.
Yep.
Not
Send us a
Leah's
message.
issues, but the issues
Yes.
Leah thinks are important.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. And don't confuse it with LeahThompson.com because that's the mom from Back to the
Right.
Future. So that's a different person.
Totally different.
Yeah.
Well, thanks so much for joining us. We appreciate it.
Yeah.
Good to
Thanks
see
for
you.
having me.
Great to meet you.
You bet.
You too.
All right. All right, fun stuff. Good stuff. Candidate filing opened, last week, I think, for a
Yes.
lot of the statewide offices. And so with Leah officially filed, we popped her on the
Yeah.
podcast. Good to meet her. And obviously, we all about fairness. We've reached out actually already to our Republican incumbents, Walter Hudson, Eric Lucero, who will be has filed and will be. Walter actually has not filed yet, but I fully expect him he will. So.
Yeah, I guess I don't know his plan. I can tell you in not so local politics that my father-in-law is not going to run for re-election in Cloquet for the mayorship. He's done 2 terms, calling her a day.
There you go.
Yeah.
Good. Two-term limit. Right
Yes.
there, right?
Yeah.
That's
At
the
least
old
for him.
fashioned. Right on.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Is Cloquet one of those towns where everybody takes a turn?
It's not quite that small, but yeah. I think if it was done on popularity, the owners of Gordy's Hi Hat, one of my favorite cheeseburger places, would just be perpetual mayor. But,
for sure.
Yeah.
Or the Frank Lloyd Wright gas station.
Yes, that is the only Frank Lloyd Wright gas station. In
The only one.
Yeah.
Good stuff. All right, cool. We are North Wright County Today, the podcast. Hey, if you haven't done so yet, go to the website, check out the new North Wright County Today, and tell us what you think, because we dropped the new site over Memorial Day weekend. We kind of took the opportunity for some downtime to shut her down and put the new stuff on there. And shout out to Aaron Geddes, who was the website developer from Outdoors magazine. And he is kind of their website developer there. So he did my gig on the side there. So
Nice.
really appreciate that. And I think
Yeah, it looks
think
great.
she turned out pretty good too. Check that out. We've got some new information. Everybody's going to look at it and be like, is all you write about road construction? Yes. Right now, all we write about is road construction. Because I'm sorry, have you tried to get out of Albertville lately? It is impossible.
Well, and
to go anywhere.
then you got the knock-on effects of yesterday morning. I was glad I put my GPS on because I had to go up to Baxter, Minnesota for a meeting, and the GPS routed me, Jason, up into Monticello, and kind of took some
Because of the
backways.
rollover.
There was a semi that bounced off one of the barriers and then slid to the side, so that all lanes of traffic going westbound were blocked, to the point where I think they actually had to route people then eastbound to get off and then turn around and go elsewhere.
It was a mess. Yeah,
Yeah.
County Road 37 was full of trucks yesterday morning, which with the 137 closure, 19 being messed with, Main Avenue is going to be closed here for a couple hours today as we're recording this. It is brutal. And I don't know what else to say.
Yeah.
I've been tough on the Wright County Highway Department because it feels like we're doing everything at once.
Thought I saw a shot fired in anger
A little
on your
bit,
personal social media.
It is one of the most engaging social media posts we've had because there are many people who feel the same way I do.
Yeah.
And, it is what it is. I think there is some factualness to my observation. There's been a lot of stuff that was put off probably for way too long for as fast as we were growing out here.
Yeah.
And instead of being proactive, we were very reactive, and now we can't react fast enough.
Yeah.
So we'll deal with the hurt for this year for sure, and then see where we go from there. I don't think next year is going to be much better with probably 19 under the gun.
Yeah, just at the federal level, awful lot of dollars being kicked around in, I want to call it the Bubba bill, but that's not it. It's like, I think Build Back America Better something bill.
Yeah.
And there's about 600 million, or billion, excuse me.
And that's left over from like 24,
yeah.
right? 2024?
Yeah, that's funding for infrastructure, which is great because we have aging infrastructure in the country, but it's probably not going to be an end to orange cones anytime soon.
No, we have moved quickly from winter to spring to construction season, and that's how we roll, and it just is what it is. But yeah, there's a lot of construction information on the website because it is just something we're going to live with all summer long. Tomorrow, you and I, good for us, get to go play some golf at Fox Hollow, and we will only have one way into the facility and one way out of the facility. We'll have to drive all the way to 101 when we leave and loop all the way back because that road is under construction.
That's going to be a tough one, and some of us have to make a little bit of a quick exit after the event because our kids are graduating. So.
Yeah, congratulations. Last year, everybody will probably remember I was a blubbering mess. Nick, as you can see, is much more composed. Having been through this before. But yeah, congratulations to the class of 2026, to Colin Schultz and all of his buddies, to the many kids. This will be the largest graduating class, I believe.
Yeah, quite a while.
Until next year.
Yeah, and there's a little bit of a dip in some of the numbers after this year, and then kind of moving down into the grade levels. The joke I always had was like we had this like bubble of big classes starting around with my daughter's, which she was a 2022 graduate.
Sure. Yep.
And the joke was that was kind of coincided with the economic downturn in 07, 08, 09, and like nobody's house was worth anything, so you couldn't sell it and move, so you just had another kid.
Right. Yeah.
And so. This 2008 birth year kind of coming through seems to be one of the bigger ones, and then it kind of slowly starts to drop thereafter, but not by much.
Yeah, we bought a house 2007, and of course 2008 happened, and we were like, whoa!
Yeah.
But here we are.
Yeah.
So yeah, congratulations to them. We are recording, Thursday, May 28th, the graduation tomorrow on the 29th. Mm-hmm. Next week, Rogers, Zimmerman, Elk River will hold their ceremonies in school. I think pretty much for everybody around here wraps up that June 2nd, June 3rd kind of area. So summer is here, and we're feeling it. It has been warm. Really warm, like the switch flipped. I think Saturday and Memorial Weekend was a little chilly, and then Sunday we saw summer come into the neighborhood. So looks like it'll be warm. Friendly City Days is, I believe, next week? No.
So we're looking at the 12th, 13th.
12th, yeah. So hopefully we get the rain out of the way next weekend, and then we know Sunday will be gorgeous because the parade is always a beautiful day.
Always sunny.
And that'll be a fun week. The schedule is out. We'll have that on the website soon. Garage sales, of course, on Wednesday. Do you do the garage sale? We've talked about this before.
I've been given some consideration to maybe putting some stuff in a garage sale because now with my daughter kind of off and graduated college doing her thing, and then with our son leaving, there's a lot of stuff around the house.
Do you guys do the cul-de-sac sale, or
we should?
We
should
put your brains together over there.
Yeah.
I did a couple. I will never do another one. The kids are obviously old enough now where it's like, if you've got clothes or something, take them over to Plato's Closet, see if you can get any money from them, because you're going to get about the same price.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm taking my chances with getting murdered on Facebook Marketplace. It's kind of
exactly. So I am anti-garage sale, but I will definitely poke my head into one, especially if there's a guy getting rid of some golf stuff.
I've always looked for old bikes. Like if you had an old Schwinn from the 60s or something that had soul, I would like to look at those. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
So look for that. We've talked a lot about Friendly City Days. Of course, everybody knows coming up. I'll get the dates right, and we'll get the schedule up. The car show's back. The 5K's back. Mm-hmm. We've got a lot of fun stuff coming up. Some great bands booked, and it will be full-on summer here before you know it. That'll be great. North Wright County Today, the podcast is brought to you by Selfie Company, which is where we record right here in historic downtown Albertville from the friendly confines of the Selfie Company studios. Dude, check it out here if you're getting stuff done for your graduate or if you have somebody in the class of 2027. Get them over here and have some fun pictures taken. We were just talking to Leah on her way out, and she's like, I've never been here before. This is really cool. And she has a young daughter. She's like, she would love it here. Well, guess what? They do birthday parties.
Yeah.
So check them out. Selfie Company on Facebook. Get a hold of Sam. Sam's not with us this week, but will be joining us for the festivities when we do the live show.
Yes.
Which I believe is Thursday. The block party here at the Cons Crossing building.
Yeah, and there may or may not be a Nick sighting, or he may need to jump out early to drive to college orientation.
Oh, that's all right. We'll get you. Maybe we'll do it in the morning so we can get you before you got to go down.
I could do a live on the scene from Loris College report.
Loris.
Yes.
There you go. Where they just hired a new soccer coach, I hear.
They did.
Yeah.
They did. There was a little bit of a shakeup. The individual who was going to coach at Loris and had recruited my son took the athletic director position at UW-Platteville, where he had previously worked. And the St. Mary's women's soccer coach is a Loris alum.
Oh, cool.
He's coming home.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. So. Gotten to know him at all? Or had some communication
we're in the
Carl?
process. There are Zoom meetings being set up and get face-to-face at orientation. And by all accounts, sounds like a real good guy.
Such is life with college sports, right?
Yes, that's right.
We are also brought to you by our friends at Deerwood Bank. Deerwood Bank, in one fashion or another, has been an OG sponsor of North Wright County Today, and Nick has been so kind to be my co-host on the podcast. What is shaking at Deerwood Bank?
I tell you what, it's been a fun week at the bank.
Yeah.
Here's my rejoinder. Last Thursday, I got to go to a banking summit that was put on by one of the attorney firms in Minneapolis, kind of hear about industry trends relative to cryptocurrency, stablecoin, trends in defaults, trends in the good stuff as far as mergers and acquisitions. I think, the banking sector is pretty darn strong right now. I think there are pockets of delinquency in certain areas. I think you're probably feeling the effects of certain parts of the economy being a little tighter than others. But overall, everything's very, very strong. Then this week, had a lot of fun doing some things with our staff, reconnecting with customers, reconnecting with staff after the holiday weekend. And then today, I had a special guest in the bank.
Yeah, man. Yeah. I saw this.
Yes.
Check out the Deerwood Bank social media page.
Yeah, Stanley Potatoes, the official mascot of the St. Michael Fire Department, was in the bank doing some promo photos. We are sponsoring a golf event that they're doing on the 5th of June. And as part of that, I tied in, I really wanted pictures with Stanley at the bank. So there's a couple of pictures of him applying for a home loan to get a new doghouse at my bank today.
With the paw on the dotted line. And
yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
I got to say, he was a great coworker.
Good.
He did everything he was asked to do. We had to feed him a couple treats, to get him going. But yeah, he was great. And then tomorrow we're golfing.
Yeah.
We're going to support
the next couple Fridays.
Yes.
We're golfing. We got a couple. Well, you mentioned the fire department one.
Yeah. Yeah, and then we got Carrie's Drive for Catholic Education tomorrow. For those that remember, Carrie Bartle is an all-around great guy who died suddenly a couple of years ago, and his family in his memory have put together a golf event that benefits Catholic education because he was a big supporter of it. And it's just a really, really fun time with great people and remembering Carrie.
Yeah, some people might hear this and be like, Mike, don't you work in public education? I do. And but I am a product of Catholic education. So it was cool. The first year, I think we've been in this for 4 years now.
Yeah.
When he reached out to me and said, hey, do you want to play in this? I realized he worked for a public school district, but and I was like, heck yeah. I knew Carrie as an acquaintance, but there are many people who know and love Carrie and his family that I know and love very much. And shout out to them. I can't wait to see them out on the golf course. And it's kind of like a mini family reunion.
Oh, yeah. That's great.
So that'll be great. And then, of course, the next Friday, as you said, we'll be out golfing for the St. Michael Fire Department. First ever tournament for them. Really looking forward to that. I've worked closely with so many guys and gals over at that department. I can't even name them all.
Oh, yeah.
But from the chief to friends like Dave Green and Chris Wessendorp, who have been on the department on down, just good people who have helped keep our community safe. So happy to help with that.
Yeah.
So that's fun. Fun stuff.
Yeah.
This is the time of the year where banking involves a little giving back through some
Absolutely.
fun.
Well, and we take pride in banking most of the organizations in town, and so when it comes to time to support them, we're happy to swing the sticks.
Nice. Yeah. We are also brought to you by our friends at Stellus Health. Stellus Health in Buffalo and Monticello. Used to have the location here in Albertville, but they are back over there teaming up with those local hospitals and giving you community sports. They are neighbors, caring for neighbors. Check them out at stellushealth.com. They've got great blogs, some informational videos over there, podcasts that are probably a little more informative than this one, but they do a great job, and they are, doctor-owned and operated, and a lot of your neighbors and, people who live in the Monticello, St. Michael, Buffalo area taking care of you out there. So check out stellushealth.com. You can do virtual health appointments and everything like that. We appreciate them being a sponsor of both the podcast and the new website at northwrightcountytoday.com. Check them out at Stellus Health. A lot of events coming up. We've got Wright County and Sherburne County team up for their Pride. That'll be, I believe, the weekend of the 27th.
Yeah, I think that's right, end of June. Yeah.
That'll be a fun event. Get out there. What I was looking at is there's so many concerts coming into the city, into the St. Paul and Minneapolis areas and even closer. But I'm looking at the band names, right? And I'm looking at Jack White, Modest Mouse, Paul Oakenfold. I'm like, man. These are people that defined my college and early 20s experience. And here we are, I'm, over 50, and they're coming back.
Yeah, absolutely. Paul Oakenfold, if I had to, kind of bear down and study for an evening in the library, that's what was on the headphones.
Heck yeah. Yeah. Yep, it was either classical music or like drop that bass.
Yeah, trance. Yeah, absolutely.
So it's been kind of cool. Alabama Shakes in August. There's going to be some. I will be at that show. We already have the tickets for that. We're also going to Yacht Club Festival out there on the island.
That'll be great.
Friday night we'll be at that show. Live music is back and better than ever. The new facility down in Shakopee opens.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
With everybody from Chris Stapleton to Dave Matthews making a stop down there. Are you headed down there at all?
Not this summer yet. I'm not sure I was supposed to see it, and maybe I am going there, but there's a Father John Misty on my calendar.
Ooh.
And I don't know why it's on there. And
Okay.
So I'm thinking maybe that might be something I'm going to find out on Father's Day.
Father John is good stuff.
Yeah.
That is good music. So if you've not seen him live before, good stuff. Yeah.
My wife may have forgotten that she shared her calendar with me.
The other one that's super exciting, I know nothing about it. Cure for Paranoia is the band, but there's also supposed to be a special guest. But Tiny Desk Concerts are going on the road and doing shows all over to support, public radio stations and things like that. This one will be at the Fine Line on June 30th.
Okay.
Tiny Desk is like, again, one of those things you kind of grew up with.
It's pretty cool.
Pop onto YouTube, watch, did you see so-and-so on Tiny Desk? Mm-hmm. The one that I always remember is Adele when she was younger.
Yes.
People were like, did you see the
just
Adele?
all the jaws drop.
Just everybody just like, listen to that voice.
Yeah.
And then, of course, she ends up being one of the biggest pop stars in the world for a while.
And I think one of the ones that sticks out for me is Wheatus. Seeing the fact that he's got two girls in the band, but then when it's time to sing the high part, the guy goes for it. that kind of made me laugh. And then
rolls out the falsetto.
More recently, the Philharmonic Tiny Desk concert was fantastic. He's I won't say the title of the track because but you'll figure it out if you Google the Philharmonic.
Okay. The other one that's super cool is Summerfeld, closer to home. Summerfeld is back this year.
Yes.
With lots of shows. Check it out. The St. Michael Cinema website, the Summerfeld information is there. They have lots of shows indoors, but the outdoor venue is back.
Yeah.
Shelley said they made some tweaks. We had Shelley on the podcast, of course. It was either early this year or late last year.
Yeah.
And, as the cinema kind of puts the 10-year anniversary astern, they're super excited to bring the outdoor venue back, and they've had some good shows out there.
I noticed no more white frontage there.
I did notice that too. So. They did say, Shelley did tell us that the drive-in was kind of probably going to see the end. And a lot of that has to do with the circumstances, right? Like COVID's in the rear view. We don't need another place to kind of watch movies, but also the roundabout was just kind of
the headlights were tough.
It was a great thing for traffic in that area, I think.
Yes.
Most people would agree. I think some people probably would argue that. But it was the death knell for the for the outdoor movie because as you say, the high beams would hit the screen and everybody would be like, I have no idea what's going on.
Significantly less enjoyable. Did I ever tell you about the drive-in that we went to in Illinois, in Chicagoland?
When was this?
This is pre-COVID now.
Okay.
So,
ancient history.
Yes. So the drive-in does not want people bringing outside food in. And so it just so happens, though, that they are next to a hamburger and hot dog stand. Just think, vintage Chicagoland hamburgers and hot dogs. And this place is called Scooby's.
Okay.
And so they literally banned anyone from bringing Scooby's in.
And
of course, Scooby's is saying, that kind of takes a bite out of our revenue.
Sure.
So we're going to keep our parking lot lights on all night. So that it's distracting while you're showing a show.
And people think Minnesotans are passive aggressive.
Yeah. I will say, I did smuggle a Scooby's burger in, and the fact that it was illicit made it taste even better.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Good stuff. That's really funny. Hey, one other thing I want to talk about before we get wrapped up here. Discover STMA has kind of made their launch very much official. Yes. Again, another podcast guest that we talked to a while ago about some of the changes that were coming.
Yeah.
Looks great.
It does. Yeah, we snagged our listing as a bank, paid for the premium. So, I get lots of different traction there, but it's really going to be a neat repository for anything that's going on locally relative to the businesses, relative to shopping local, kind of it's going to be great. And I think almost like a marketing arm for the cities.
I think as this area grows, and obviously it's not going to slow down, you've got, hundreds of houses coming each year into St. Michael and Otsego. It's just a good source for families, a good source for businesses. We're going to see a lot of new businesses coming into the area. I'm going to have you touch on that in a second before we go. But, check it out. It's the same people who brought you Shop St. Michael Albertville. A lot of them now bringing you Discover STMA, which is going to be more. There is still the business-to-business aspect of it. They've got mixers and stuff coming up. So check out their Facebook page for that. But some more of the attractions and features and amenities of living in this area. Yeah. They were kind of the first to tell you, hey, all the splash pads were open. They were right there with that. So they had that out there. So other big event, I guess, is Colin Schultz's grad party. That's also on my list.
Didn't do it on purpose, but it's going to be on 6/7.
Oh no!
Massive eye roll from my son. Massive.
That's gonna be a thing all day long, isn't it?
Yeah. And
you want the hot dogs?
Yeah. And based on who he's invited and their ages, I went ahead and added another 10 pounds of pulled pork to the order, along with some mac and cheese.
Yeah, probably a good call.
Yeah, I think they're definitely going to be eaters in the crowd.
Good deal. All right, we will wrap things up for this week. Hey, thank you so much again to Leah Temple for stopping by. Senate District 30 will be, it's going to be an interesting election year for everybody, and I think that it's going to be another one that will have a lot of. I think what's cool is a lot of good, dedicated people running for various seats, whether it's state legislature, city council, school boards, things like that. People who want to make a difference. So that's cool. We were brought to you today by, we got a couple more to get to here, our friends over at Solutions Counseling. We don't want to forget Craig and Caleb and all the cool stuff they do. Solutions is located in St. Michael, right off Highway 241 on the old Thielen Drive. In that facility, boy, they have made that such a great facility, and it's always packed because there are so many people from St. Michael and Albertville in that area who get help with their mental health with our friends over at Solutions. Getcounseling.org is where you can find them online. You can learn everything there is to know about that location. You can meet some of the providers. You can even set up an online or virtual appointment if that's your jam. So, because we believe mental health is just as important as physical health, and everybody needs those checkups and check-ins. So check out getcounseling.org and see our friends over at Solutions.
Although I do have a bone to pick with Craig.
Uh-oh.
I was out for a run, and I waved to him, and, he was doing what he was supposed to, keeping his eyes on the road. He did not wave back. Which really hurt my feelings, and I might need to talk to somebody.
Well, he can help you with that. As you said, these are probably the jokes we'll be telling on the golf course.
These are the jokes, guys. These are the jokes.
I'm super excited. I was hitting the ball. I played on Sunday morning. I think I was telling you about this. I'm getting back in the groove a little more, playing a little more golf, and I'm enjoying that a lot. And Sunday, before it got super hot, I was grooving the ball.
Yeah.
And then, I'm like on maybe the 15th hole, and I'm like, I'm old.
Yeah.
I am tired. I am hot. I need a beverage and air conditioning.
Yeah. Well, the good news for us is not this week, but next week we'll have a chiropractor in the foursome. So,
nice. Yeah.
Any mid-round adjustments will be on the house, I'm sure.
Absolutely. There you go. Well, plenty of refreshments to be provided at both tournaments. Just golf responsibly. All right. Also want to give a shout out to our last sponsor, Peggy Shum. It is not really tax season, but it's still tax season. And Peggy knows all the local ins and outs of the tax codes, even as they constantly are changing. So check her out at cpapss.com. Peggy's live and local. She grew up here, is a St. Michael native, has served the community here for several years in her capacity, and has a great team working on taxes over at Peggy Shuman Associates. They are located in the bank building in Town Center, right by Chipotle. Check them out if you've got questions about anything tax related. We know it's a little bit kind of off season now for you non-business owners, traditional tax filers, or people like Nick who are organized. But
it helps when you're a W-2 employee. Just got the one piece of paper.
But for those of us who are not and are still working on their 2025 taxes, you got a little time to work with Peggy and get those done. So check them out, cpapss.com, longtime sponsor of the website and the podcast. All right. Thank you very much for being the sidekick today that you are. Yeah. And thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Be good out there. Enjoy the beautiful weather. Tee it up. Go fishing. Soak in some rays. Get behind the boat on that boogie board, whatever.
Congrats to the class of 2026.
Yeah, everybody out there.
Behave.
So proud of you guys and what you are and what you've done for our community, and wish you all the best. Man, they are going everywhere. I was looking at the senior commitments, and I mean, it is not, I'm going to the U of M. I'm going to Mankato. It's like Miami, Grand Canyon University, Colorado, Wyoming. I mean, good for you guys, man. Go explore this beautiful world and move mountains, man. All right. Take care, everybody. Thanks.